Hello and welcome to the Pointe show. This is your host, Susanne Puerschel, former international ballerina that found her passion in mindset, business, and technology, and is today the founder of Rise Media. It is my purpose to use all the experiences of my past to create a better, financially sustainable future for the performing arts industry. And that starts with every single one of us. I believe that being you is your superpower. And I am here to guide you, empower you, inspire you, and give you all the resources you need to rise above what you think you're capable of. Every week, I'll bring you 3 shows featuring guests, collaboration, and mini episodes to ensure that you have the support in your journey as a performer. I want you to know that you are not alone. So stop chasing and start creating. Your success starts now, here with you. So let's go. Hello and welcome back to the Point to Rise podcast. I am so happy to be back. I missed recording. I missed being here. I missed posting and getting all the feedback and the reviews. So the more I am happy now to sit here and talk to you again. And if somebody would have told me about a year ago that I would be ever feeling that way, I would probably just looked at them saying, nah, no, not me, ever. Okay, so before we get started with today's topic, which is things that you should, I encourage you to start in 2022. I want to wish you a very, very happy new year. Happy 2022? Holy moly. I wish you all the love and kindness and success and riches that you can ever imagine. I wish you that you find your worth, that you really truly understand how incredible you are and how loved you really truly are. So I wanted to point out that my dear friend Rachel and myself, we're holding another workshop on January the 17th in New York City, but do not fret. You can also join us through Zoom. So you don't have to be in a city. If you're not, you can Zoom in literally and be part of this workshop. The topic is how to connect to your personal power. We're gonna really dive into what kind of a relationship you have with the word power and determine what powerful for you actually means and what that could look like. And what are, the great things of discovering your own personal power. So we wanted to start the year off that way. And I also want to put this out here that we're actually planning a retreat in Los Angeles, an in-person retreat in February 2022. So if this would be something that you'd be interested in, please DM me, DM Rachel, and we're going to get in touch with you and see what you would like to get out of it. And any kind of detailed information that we can give you. All right, enough of that, enough with the promotion. Let's get into today's topic. So you know how we every year for New Year's really set the intention, okay, this year is going to be different. I'm going to do different things. I'm going to be better. This is going to be different. And we get all the way to like January 26, and then we stop. We stop with the healthy eating. We stop with the boundary setting. We're stopping with the people pleasing. And instead of stopping and starting, how about you actually just give yourself permission to put some changes in your daily life. You don't have to wait until a new year starts. You don't have to wait until a new month starts or a new week. You can start that every single day. And believe me, self-development or changing something requires you giving yourself the grace that you will have to start over and over and over again, because change only really truly transpires. Like change actually is already I would say the outcome, what is in the middle, the path to the change is actually where the work lies and where we start to fall off. And that's okay. That is totally okay. You just be committed to yourself, give yourself the love, and restart. Okay, so I want to talk about a few things that you can implement today, not all at once. Pick one or two until you have that polished and then go to the next. But here are a few things that I would recommend for you to put into place to just feel a little bit lighter, to not depend on others so much, and to understand how magical you actually are. So first, be intentional with your time, your thoughts, your words, your life, your heart, your energy, and your action, meaning being intentional about everything you do. And that really starts with being intentional about your thoughts and the words are coming out of your mouth. Because when we're really aware of what we're saying and what we're thinking, that will actually transpire into how we're spending our time, what kind of relationships we have, where we are putting our energy, and what kind of actions we take, and therefore what kind of a life we're living. So keep taking care of yourself, even when, and especially when you're tired. I mean, you just gotten through the Nutcracker season, which is the hardest season of the entire year. I at least found when I was living and dancing in North America. And you know, you had a break from it for a whole year. Like your body's just getting into the used to it again, I would say. So therefore, when we're tired, and I can attest to that, the first thing that we cut short is taking care of ourselves, meaning we let people into our life that are not really serving us. We're getting flaky with our boundaries. We're getting how can I say that in a nice way without upsetting you? We tend to put things into our body that are not serving us, that are not good for us, but it is an easy fix. Because when we're tired, we don't have that much brain energy. We don't have energy left altogether. And we make choices at that point that serve our ego in that point, and perhaps serve our old habits more than who we actually want to be, because the resistance is way too high. So make sure that even if you're out of Nutcracker now, even if there will always be something different that will really needs you to have all of your energy and then some really present. And for these moments, your self-care, your self-love has to be your number one priority. So especially when you're tired, that is when you have to set yourself up for success so you can take care of yourself, meaning have a list, have non-negotiables in your life, have an accountability partner that, you know, will check on you and say, hey, have you done that yet? Have you gone for a walk today? Have you done something nice for yourself today? Have you actually written down what went well today? These are all self-love methodologies that you can implement at any given point in your day. Okay, so take care of yourself, even and especially when you are tired. Number 3, there is nothing too good for you. Say that, dream it, and believe it. I don't know if you can relate to it, but I'm just gonna put this out here to where I used to be, and I still find myself at points that I have these feelings and thoughts are coming in that's like, oh no, that's too big for me. Oh, I'm not worthy of that. So whatever you think you're not worthy of, you will not get, you will not receive. It is going to be unobtainable for you. And therefore, I am telling you, you are worthy of everything and anything you can dream of. There is nothing too big for you. It is not just for other people. It is not just for those privileged people. No, you are the same. You just need to make that choice. So there's nothing too good for you. Keep on repeating it, saying it, dreaming it, writing it. Everything is possible. Are we at number 4? I think so, yeah. Recognize who you are and what you deserve. Start by removing yourself from people and situations that do not align with your worth. In other words, and I'm going to take a real life example out of here. Do you know when we, in the performing arts world, particularly, how we try to make ourselves fit and perhaps dim our light and our worth in order to get the contract or the role, or we apply things that we don't agree with, but we yet shape ourselves to fit the box that's out there, so we can say we have the contract with Broadway, or we're, have an engagement at the Paris Opera. The thing is that when we're shrinking ourselves to what other people need us to be, we're not serving us. No, we're serving the people that need us to be small. So when I say here that removing yourself from these people or situations that do not align with your worth, it actually requires you to first understand your own worth. So find your worthiness, and then don't be afraid of letting go of the people that don't believe you are, or let go of the people and situation that do not align with that new belief anymore. And it's a hard one. Believe me, like I removed myself from many situations, I let go of a whole company because it did not align with my worthiness anymore. And was it a hard decision in the beginning? Oh, yes, absolutely. Was it a hard decision? Like, of course, it was my livelihood. It was how we made money. It's how I fed my family, But when we're looking at these outside metrics, there comes a point in your life where that doesn't matter anymore, where it shouldn't be matter anymore. Your mental health, your happiness, and here do I say it, your fulfillment is 10,000 times more important than what other people need you to be. Okay, so have the guts. If you don't, talk to somebody else about this. Find the community. And by the way, you either can be part of the Pointe to Rise community or the Choosing to Rise community. We're always in there. We're always supporting each other. We're always cheering each other on and sharing what's on our heart and how we can work through the harder days, Okay. I think, let me see. 2 more things. Number 6, number 5. Thank you for counting. Stop having relationships with people you're not in a relationship with. Let me repeat that. Stop having relationships with people that you are not having a relationship with. Meaning you put so much energy into fixing somebody or pleasing somebody or holding somebody's hand that actually has nothing to do in your life and maybe doesn't want to do anything in your life and perhaps shouldn't also be in a relationship with you. So be really, really mindful of who you're actually establishing relationships with. And if there are too many problems in a perceived relationship that you have, let that go. Too much energy spent on something that is not creating joy for you or an income. Okay. And last but not least, drum roll, get a coach, get a mentor, go to therapy. It's time that we heal, because what we're not healing is really literally holding us back. And I don't know, I've seen so much about this lately that I want to dive a little bit deeper in here, because you can feel offended by it. Like you don't need that. You don't have to do this alone. In fact, sometimes we can't do it on our own. We need other people that can point us in the right direction, that can offer a different perspective, that can unearth feelings or emotions or stories that we haven't even considered are still existing in us. They put things together for us in a different way that we are not able to do that on our own. So get a coach, a mentor, or go to therapy. It's time to heal what's holding you back. We can spend our time blaming everybody else outside of us and saying, this is the person because I have adapted this, and because of this person and this situation, I have, I don't trust people anymore, or I don't believe in myself. And that will work for a little bit. And then you will recognize that you are now an adult. You are in the mental and physical capacity to reparent yourself, that you can take responsibility for your own actions and for your own life. Because truthfully, nobody's going to come and rescue you. Nobody's going to drag you out of bed and tell you how to do it and what to do it. Nobody's going to dare 24 hours a day. You have to find ways on how to motivate yourself. And if that's a coach, if that's a mentor, if that means therapy for a bit or a long time, then do it. Because healed people heal people. The ones that are still hurt are going to continue hurting other people. It's our responsibility to break that cycle. And I'm telling you, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. No, because we're not only healing our own stuff, we're healing generational stuff, and that is much harder. But that shouldn't be holding you back. That's for the next generation and the generations to come. If that's in the performing arts or as women or for the entire world, get a mentor, get a coach, go to therapy. It's time to heal. What's holding you back from stepping into your power, into your worthiness, into you understanding that you are enough and that you have a special gift that you need to share with this world. All right, you guys, here we go. I would, as always, and that never ever is going to change, share with me what was your biggest takeaway. Tag me and this podcast on Instagram. This is how we grow. This is how I can offer you better guests that can offer you value. I would love to see it if you can write a review for the podcast. It really literally takes like 2 minutes. That would be a huge gift for me. And if you subscribe, and lastly, share this podcast with somebody who needs to listen to this, who this could really help lift them up level them, and offer a new perspective on their life. I am sending you so much love. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for tuning in today. Mwah. Till next time. Thank you so much for listening. If this message resonates with you, please pass it on to someone who needs to hear this right now. And if you like what you've heard, your feedback will go a very long way. If you just take 30 seconds and leave me a 5-star review, that would mean the world to me. Till next time, point at yourself to rise to all that you are capable of.